Planet X TV.
This week, Planet X celebrates Ocean Day with an all-aquatic adventure.
Only here on Planet X, baby. Woo!
Only here on Planet X.
Hi there, Heather Dawn for Planet X, and today we're at the Ocean Institute in Dana Point, California for the Weiland 20th Annual Fundraiser, The Art of Conservation. Of course, we're here with Weiland, the man himself. So it's your night. How's it going?
It's a great night. We're honoring Dr. Greg Stone, one of the great ocean legends, scientist, and another scientist, Ken Niedermeyer, one of the CNN Heroes for the Planet. He plants coral reefs in the ocean, and two amazing people. Also, I'm really proud that Nick Guy's here from Common Sense and the Weiland Blues Planet Project. So we bring the art, the science, the music, it all kind of comes together, and we're celebrating our 20-year anniversary. Boy, it goes by quick.
Wow. Seems like we were here last week doing this, and it was already a year.
Last year.
Yeah, last 5 years in a row, I think, pretty much. So.
Well,
Nick, now what does this night mean to you?
To me, it just is a great way to give back again. Give back for all the stuff that we get from the ocean. Be able to educate people and learn more about the ocean ourselves. So it's a perfect, beautiful night.
the ocean gives Nick power. It's one of my favorite songs that he does. And all the people here are really committed to bringing the message of conservation of our water planet. And we've realized that to protect the ocean, we need to protect it all. So it's really great to get that message out here, and we use art and science. So, all of us have to work together today for the big picture. We, along with our conservation partner, Toyota, we encourage everyone to be more water wise, to take the National Mayor's Challenge for Water Conservation. That means that we all can do a little better in protecting and conserving water. By conserving water, you're conserving energy, you're conserving the environment, and you're saving money. So every April with Toyota, we challenge every citizen in the U.S. to do a better job of taking care of our water. It's scary how limited we have, and only when there's a drought do you really realize it. But we have plenty of water if we take care of it.
And remember, we are 90% water ourselves. So we need to really take care of ourselves. That's take care of water.
Water is life. Water is life. So anyway, we're really proud of everybody that came out and supported the Weiland Foundation for our 20-year anniversary.
Weiland Foundation, Weiland Foundation.
Absolutely wonderful. You guys,
Awesome.
it's going to be an awesome
It's going to be
night.
Planet X is brought to you by Super Shuttle, the official transportation partner for Planet X TV. When you need a lift, think Super Shuttle.
Planet X TV. Planet X TV.
Hi there, Heather Dawn for Planet X. We're back in Dana Point at 20th Annual Weiland Foundation Fundraiser. I'm here with Ken Niedermeyer, and you're with the Coral Reef Restoration Foundation, correct?
Coral Restoration Foundation.
Okay, here we go.
Everybody calls it that. It's all right.
It's the coral reef, though.
Yeah, it's a coral reef and we're restoring it. So it's the same thing.
Beautiful. Now, what got you started in that?
I was a diver for tropical fish collector. Was in the water all the time for a long, long time, and I was watching the coral reefs dying, and I was frustrated that it didn't seem like anybody was doing anything about it. And so I said, well, I'm going to do something. And it's a long story, but now I'm not a fish collector anymore. I'm a coral restorer, I guess.
You're more of a coral curator.
A coral whisperer.
Very nice. Now, what parts of the world do you travel to for your adventures?
Well, we're primarily focused in the Caribbean right now. We started in Florida, in the Florida Keys, and we have quite a few nurseries in the Florida Keys and other people working with us. And now we're working in the Caribbean. We have a nursery program in Bonaire and one in Colombia. And in the next year or two, we'll be probably into 6 or 7 other Caribbean nations.
Oh my goodness. Now, what's your connection to the Weiland Foundation?
Well, Weiland lives down the street from me in the Keys, and he was a guest at our annual gala last year, or this year actually, and he helped raise money for us and we raised money for him, and he's just fascinated by what we're doing, and he hears all about us in the Florida Keys, so we've become good friends.
And obviously the Wyland Foundation is about art and, of course, the ocean and keeping the ocean healthy and beautiful, and that's what you're all about. So it kind of all works out.
Yeah, and the art brings in a whole new perspective, and there's just so much. So many people get a glimpse of the ocean through Wyland's art, and we're hoping to get a little piece of that. We'd like to get a special coral reef picture out of him, but he's done some great stuff, and he's a great advocate for the ocean.
Well, Planet X's own Paul Tosh caught up with your foundation down in Bonaire, so let's toss it to him.
Planet X's adventure correspondent Paul Tosh takes a look at coral reef restoration in beautiful Bonaire, a Caribbean island paradise off the coast of Venezuela.
This is Paul Tosh. I'm here with Augusto from the Coral Restoration Foundation of Bonaire, and we've just been talking to him. He seems very passionate about what he does. Why don't you, Augusto, tell us what it is you do here on your foundation?
Well, basically what we do here on Bonaire is try to educate people with hands-on experience. So we created this foundation called Coral Restoration Foundation Bonaire, that is a branch from the foundation that exists for years already in the US, in the Florida Keys. And basically we're trying to bring pieces of the reef back to life, especially staghorn and elkhorn coral. We have a technique that has been developed by Kennedy Meyer in the Florida Keys, and we adapted to the Caribbean, to the island of Bonaire. We call them the nursery trees, and we grow coral for real, and then we'll transplant it to the reef. And the main idea is to refurbish the reef, the pieces of the reef that are missing, that are not coming back as fast as they should. And our hand can push and speed up this process of the restoration of the reef that we're missing. The end result will be a healthier reef, more marine life related to it, and happy divers.
You were telling me, this fascinated me, you were telling me where you get the pieces of coral that you can regrow. This is fascinating.
Yes, indeed. Obviously, there's research involved, so we explore the island of Bonaire looking for healthiest reef and places where we could extract some samples of those corals, obviously with the approval from the Marine Park. So we chose 10 different locations on the island trying to get different genetic information. So basically the idea is that once we have those corals transplanted to the reef after a period of time that they grew, we have different genetic information mixing and creating new corals, stronger, that will resist temperature changes, hurricanes, swells, etc. And they will then by themselves reproduce on a sexual way, and they will continue the process on their own. So basically we're just starting here the process, helping nature a little bit. We owe nature big time.
Let your kids grow up and hopefully they'll be on your own.
Exactly. That's the whole idea. Let them fly on their own.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, and we're going to be right back. So keep it here on Planet X.
Planet X TV.